Savior, Prince of Peace, thy kingdom shall increase, till all the world thy glory see, and righteousness abound, as the great deep profound, and fill the earth with purity. The last stanza.
Hello. St. Paul. St. Paul. Yes. My name is Isaac Adakwa, and I am a registered and a licensed dietitian. And this morning we are going to talk a bit about food. I'm supposed to help you all imagine food in a very good way. I mean, has anyone eaten this morning? Why? Okay. All right. What's your favorite food? Fufu. Fufu. But you make and I make broth. Mix, eh? Okay. Let me ask one more person. Your favorite food?
Benku and then Nkrumah fry.
That's very good. All right. This morning I'm going to talk about our kidneys, actually. These days you've seen that a lot of kidney cases are rising. And so I want to talk about, or I've titled what I'm going to talk about as your kidneys in your plate. Your kidneys in your plate. Basically, I'm going to look at how to use food to give the best to our kidneys so that we don't get into trouble in years to come. Okay? Okay. All right. You remember we are taking that, right? You know the kidney. And you know where it's located? The kidney over here. There are two over here. It's at our back. So, now we say your kidney are mine. All right. If people are hitting this part of your body, they may spoil your kidney. So let's take care of that, and make sure they don't step on our backs too often. All right. Our kidneys play a lot of roles in our body. Your kidneys, no, it didn't it filters. If your kidneys, and it means that your kidneys, a sonny, your moja so. Say in so be brave or you need anymore. A kidney no, and a sonny so you in so be every nipple right? And apart from that too, as we go by our day, we get a lot of toxins in our body. In your body, from any body the processes produce lots of toxins. Kidney no na say all those toxins, no any excess water that is the main thing the kidney does. So if your kidneys are not working so well, it means that you should be able to and our toxins now air poison my body now say kidney no AEP and also for long. It causes lots of problems. All right. Apart from that, the kidneys produce a body no money produce moja. All right. All the bloods in our body, moja na we produce kidney and a prompted body they say me have more blood, into produce more blood. Into kidneys no power. All right. As how control your blood pressure. Your pressure in now moja de na me ni produce no. Kidneys no air control. Send a who say o pressure what form no ebe produce bibi na my body no increase pressure no now that pressure no wash so or say kidney no produce bibi na my body no a drop pressure and say kidneys no dey who here power. That is why we are not supposed to joke with it. All right, into your very kwan edi eduane your daily activity eduane dey na edidi and na me didi here and then me didi that. I don't know why no one is sitting apart from me, but it means at least we need say before you bed that you be baby. It's a journey. There's something we always do. So it would be good that if we could use this thing we do every day in a way to improve our kidneys and our general health. I think it's very important that we know. Or you don't agree with me? Yes. It's maybe first of all, essay your kidneys. All right. Number one, hypertension, high blood pressure. I mean, I say that right. High blood pressure. What do I mean by that? So basically, high blood pressure and hypertension, you say, or too high, it causes a lot of problems. And this is kidney number one, because kidneys no if you ever your body for kidneys no. And so say kidneys no so any idea so too much. Some small things be. It is a moja na eba hono e de ahonde na eba say pipes no na say sieve na all kidneys nim no as I said so then you have problems. All right, so hypertension is the number one cause of kidney injury or kidney disease. You also have diabetes. Diabetes also say kidneys a lot. Okay, see kidneys no say na make the function of the kidney is to filter our blood. Let's just say it's like a sonia, it's like a colander. Sonia I didn't know no. All right, sana kidney no ete na kidney no ne sonia no holes no BBC everyone say holes no BBC ya na say sugar na e your body sugar. All right, ye di aduane bia na your body ni produce sugar free mu a sugar no ne kese BBC na say sonia no ne kese BBC na so basically nyame ni nyansemu no or your sugar no big sugar ne say na ete no ne structure no so saying sonia no ni tokuro no send a bear sugar no end to be fat kidneys name. And you think I say you who sugar or ujunso mu. Now so you name him say obi all diabetes no sugar e won ujunso mu. All right. So imagine say sonia ne kese ti say na sugar ne kese ti say afemu a. What does that mean to your sonia no? It means say so sonia no. You understand? Ya tell say I say tablet and I down kakra. Enyashi. I mean, so basically that's how it happens. If sugar of this size, it's me fast sonia mo ne took ne kese BBC ya, then it means that sonia no ne pulse no ne took no kese na kese so na say say. But body so say sugar do so I will say it to me be if you body nim. Into be say no ho na they reduce sugar no. So diabetes is another major cause of kidney disease. All right? Answer kesiye obesity. Are there a friend of obesity? Actually, obesity. Obesity da. Yes. Obesity is kesiye also, right? And I'm maybe training share than your papa so I'm trying. So oye kesiye too much and also to me say kidneys no. All right, and I'm saying I put the WHO. I can say obesity area. Okay, for the longest time we thought say obesity they're just a way of life, but now the WHO also I can say obesity area. So basically no. Oya obia oya kesia too much it gives a lot of pressure to your kidneys. Now you also have your kidneys. So those are the main three things that say your kidneys. I don't know any idwane directly. Now you say idwane, you may be away idwane more. It will say your kidneys and so. All right. Bibi, the free bibi sodium. Actually, sodium da. Obianti sodium da. Yes, sodium. Basically, baby, you sodium more every air in Chile. All right, in Chile containing a lot of sodium. Apart from in Chile, so no, your baby friend bouillon cubes. Cubes I didn't know if you know. All right, it contains a lot of sodium. And then you canned foods, bottled products, processed foods, most of them contain sodium. All right, any snacks, biscuits, baby, or hard, it contains sodium. All right, if you say sugar-free biscuits, it contains sodium. All right, all those things, no, sodium, etri moja, etri insioba moja ni. All right, sodium, ne jume di ne say etri insio eba baby a ewo no. All right, it is a odi eduane a sodium won bebre, highly salty foods, and I say processed foods. And I say sodium no edos wom na sodium call moja mu bebre a etri insio e man so come kada on tentem. Na etri insio bebre about moja mu. Moja no do so a na ma pressure akosro. O pressure akosro a na at the pressure to kidneys so. O kidneys so pressure that's what now start to say. All right. So sodium is one of the things that destroys our kidneys as well. Another thing is sugar-sweetened beverages. Sugar-sweetened beverages. The sugar-sweetened beverages are basically all the sweets. Sweet beverages, Coke, Fanta, even fruit juices. Okay. Even fruit juices, all of those things are sugar-sweetened beverages. Let's just say, lots of sugars in them. Now, Juma sugar, the way a sugar, they say your kidneys, and they say, sugar, no, directly, no, say and suno. Okay, your suno, your intestines, no, sugar, say no. Now, your so, oh boy, your body, no. Or no as a way to directly protect our bodies from toxins. Because in your baby, not toxins womb. It's the first line of defense, they say your intestines no and absorb those toxins. But so this sugar baby neck or cell toxins now, cell intestines now, all those toxins never call body move. The toxins no call body move baby. Let's just say also kidneys no NAEPA. Are you getting it? So this mechanism, no, with this sugar sweetened beverages, is clear. Over cell kidneys. All right, and then any alcohol and smoking. Alcohol, there. I mean, research who said there's no safe amount of alcohol. There's no safe amount of alcohol because maybe no one glass and now one bottle or something. You only one bottle, only 10 bottles. Most of body at the same rate. There's no safe amount. There's no safe amount. You know, sometimes I can say, I'm paying too much. I'm to me, and you say, okay, no, 2 glasses, no 2 bottles a day. Or your bounce one bottle. But the target, they say, I mean, otherwise you are destroying your kidneys. You are destroying your kidneys. You are destroying your liver as well. All right. In fact, body no say alcohol be more. Epe akwan ho do be bresu the if your body mu. Eyi be free e dey sweat, ye free eyi alcohol free your body mu. E dey agent so yi be free. And e san kra dey your hwene, your nostrils, your breath. E dey alcohol free your body mu. All right, this is to tell you how much the body wants to remove alcohol from the body. Patriotic American say alcohol it doesn't do your body any good. By all means, no, the body wants to remove it through various means. And until obi no sabi no or make out and pampa in the body no way of removing it from the body. So it is alcohol is something that's very dangerous. It destroys your kidneys, it destroys your liver. All right. In the some foods, some ways of life that can actually improve the health of our kidneys. All right. Yes. Number 1. Plant-based proteins. All right. One of the toxins are kidneys no free mojamu. Dear friend urea. Now urea no body no produce it from proteins, animal proteins. All right, urinam, chicken, red meat, tolo beef, china. They are all body no produce. The body no digest here. It produces a lot of urea, and a urea also the body no it has to remove it. One of the main things are kidneys na for your body. Inti we will be a lot of animal-based proteins. You increase your urea. Now the stress add to kidneys necessary. Only all those extra urea in your body. But in the say proteins are plant-based, you know. To say, give me an example of plant-based proteins. Beans, very good. Another one. Granules. Yes, that's a very good one. Okay, agushi. There are lots of plant-based proteins we have. Chia seeds, some of these seeds, pumpkin seeds. Those are plant-based proteins. They are very healthy and they don't produce a lot of urea. So under normal circumstances, no, and since we do so so much of the animal proteins. Obi or the salary on coffee street. No, I question Barbie and somewhere. Now I get a bowl of small fufu. Lots of meat all around it. Now I charge alcohol is in chain. You are spoiling your kidneys. All right. These plant-based proteins no any more because in fact it's part of therapy. Obi and the kidney akano. We recommend plant-based proteins, not animal proteins a film. All right, which should tell you the importance of plant-based proteins on your body. All right, against animal-based proteins. And yes, in fact, we all have normal amounts. It is normal for us to have it, but the fact that it will rise to a certain level, no, that is what is problematic. All those tolo beef, china. All those meats, chicken, they are all very important. We all need them. We get some nutrients from them, vitamin B12 and the likes. But say, oh man, I main food. Now I hot pepper soup with tolo beef all around it. Then you are doing yourself more harm. Okay, that is one. And then in your so number 2. So the first one is plant-based proteins. All right. The next one is fermented foods. In your fermented, they are very, very healthy for your gut and very, very healthy for your kidneys as well. All right? Right. Example, I mean, in fact, your local foods no be now fermented. Be now fermented. Benku is fermented, right? Yema the mamuno, abele mamu. Yes. The share in Shomus are fermented, right? Yes, so it's a fermented food. So most of our fermented foods are good. Even dokono, kinky, yemano yedeng, yema fermented also, right? Some of our snacks are fermented foods are very good for us. Pito, for instance, is a fermented beverage, right? Yes. We'll talk about that. All right. And a lot of things. Wagashi, even porridge, cocoa. So most of our local foods are fermented. And you call the new ones, so are yogurts, even yogurts, natural yogurts. They're all fermented foods. The fermented foods are very, very healthy for your kidneys, healthy for your liver, healthy for your intestines. I mentioned at the beginning, say, your intestines are the first line of defense. So intestines are correct. Toxins are with animal udino. Or body no entering konimu. All right? Ebe blocking na anko moje mu ansa na anko pressure to kidneys no. Passion American say. So at all costs we need to protect our intestines with foods like fermented foods, like I've mentioned. That's why I like your banku and okra stew. Which is your favorite food? I like that. All right. So number 3, sprouted grains. Meaning say it is sprouted grains that foods that sprout. You can't say baby sprout. And I say I started to say a fifi. I started a fifi, and it's very, very healthy. All right. Another thing that another toxin our body need free your body be a friend of phosphorus. Phosphorus is nutrients and also emojum those one my problems. Now are there sprouted greens and they say you are not start to say a fifia. And one day na money di fifi no a bene phosphorus na what greens ni mo no. Patron na make an ase. And I'm in sanka ni biem. Me sanka biem. So before a janibe fifi no, em say millet atoko, right? Before you start to say be fifi no, phosphorus room dey da. And one day na ebema aduane no start to say fifi no, e bene phosphorus no. Into body no bene phosphorus na ewo mu no. We can sprout many things. We can sprout grains, we can sprout millet, and many other corn and all that. Beans, yes, beans. And untina say all the beans eshe insumu ma de chiswa. Obon say unwana odia e magas bebre. Have you noticed that? And I'm the only one who has noticed that. Do you know why? Now, opesa sprouting grains bia fashion insumu for a period, sometimes overnight. Adebechombo say I start to say fifi. So in beans, no, that's the same thing that happens. Say, all the shame so ma de cheswa. Obon say, even though say ebia fifi ma own, but I started on inside. Into best benefits are phosphorus ne woman. Into dia, it does you better. So sprouted grains are very important for your kidneys and for your gut. All right. And another one, whole grains. In fact, I missed something when I was talking about the foods that destroy our kidneys. Another important one, yes, say your kidneys, no, red meat and processed meat. I think I mentioned that vaguely. Red meat and processed meat. I can't red meat. And I mentioned say cow meat and all this goat meat and all that. They are all red meat and processed meat. Processed meat, we say sausage, the meat in burger, bacon and all those things. All right. It is a opese ebi ada o sika beba o pesa o chile no. Na o koje burger. I mean, I don't know why you should spoil your kidneys in the name of celebration. You know. So all those foods, red and processed meat, they destroy our kidneys a lot. Like I mentioned, it produces a lot of urea. Urea now kidneys no excreting no. A lot of it is from red meat and processed meat. And of course, sodium, no, you know, all those processed meat, sausage and all that, the sodium L1 to preserve it. Sodium is a preservative. Anything a person preserving nama, Kobe, or the internal L1. Now preserving no. Basically, no, all the sodium air cajon. And once you add sodium to it, you destroy your kidneys. All right, so bacon and processed meat, they are full of sodium, which destroy our kidney. All right, so back to things that improve our kidneys. Whole grains. Whole grains. Whole grains, no, meaning I say that. But whole grains, I am processed, basically. Foods that are natural. Foods that are as close as they are, as God made them. Foods that are least processed. Did we get it? In Yane, I am processing the baby. In Yane, I am natural. All right? I am as close to nature as it was made. I am pouring on son so baby. Give fiber in free moye. All right? So some of our foods that are whole grains, most of our foods are whole grains actually. Benku and all those things. Mori cocoa, Hausa cocoa, except that for Hausa cocoa, Hausa cocoa, the way it is processed. Millet no, meaning so bien who say a process bida. Millet no almost on so, right? Right? Yes. Also on so the whole grain aspect of it. Uyi film. Now man I refined. And millet there is very, very powerful. Especially some sprouts here. It's very, very powerful. And cocoa is a very, very powerful food. But the process of sieving it, the process of removing the fiber from it, the process of removing the chaff from it, reduces the whole grains and it makes it a refined food. And all refined foods are dangerous for your intestines. Yes. Anything that destroys your intestines destroys your kidneys as well. Should I repeat it? Anything that destroys your intestines destroys your kidneys. So whole grains are powerful foods for your kidneys because they help your intestines. All right? Another example of whole grains is brown rice. The reason why some rice come up brown and some come up white, and they say the white rice has been refined of all the fiber in there. And also through that processing, you destroy the whole grain of it. And that does a lot of harm to your gut and to your intestines and to your kidneys as well. Like I mentioned, anything that destroys your kidneys makes your kidneys absorb anything that destroys your intestines makes your intestines absorb so much toxins, and these toxins will go to your kidneys to remove all of them. All right? So it's very important that we try as much as possible, reduce the refined foods, like white rice. Reduce the white rice. Let's eat foods that are whole. Wheat is a whole grain. Tom brown, all our corn, maize, even some of the maize foods, processes are the femuno, ye whole grains ni film. Especially, bibi to say, aklen. Say the aklen da. And we're currently DB. So, what we do to aklen, the processing of it is, you remove the chaff from it. That is why aklen is very soft. The processing almost on it. So even though there are two types, almost type fiber and film, but the most common type, almost fiber and film. So it makes it a refined food. Akakle, there's a powerful food, but the processing of it, we destroy it. Another food, kokonte, it's a powerful food. It's a whole grain. It's not a refined food. So basically, we need to improve all these things. Let's get our foods close to natural foods. Let's not get so involved in I agree that sometimes whole grains are difficult to eat. Well, some say that, I don't know. I think they say whole grains are difficult to eat. Intina, Obibe prefer white bread over wheat bread. Say even you pay wheat bread, sir. You pay wheat bread, no. Banka wheat na bread, no. It's a whole grain, and so it makes it more. It helps our guts and it helps our intestines. Our kidneys as well. So if you are increasing our intake of white bread at the expense of wheat bread, we're destroying our intestines and in the long run our kidneys. Patriarchy, yes. And a very important thing to say: drink enough water. Drink enough water. Well, me to me, Jinaha and Kase, everyone needs about 4 glasses of water. No. How much water you need is determined by your body. If by the end of the day, you realize that whenever you go to the urinal, yellow, very deeper, it means that you've not drunk enough water. All right? So you should drink as much water that will keep your urine. And since you just so clear, just so clear, so we are drinking too much water. Yeah, so there's both too little water and there is too much water. As a matter of fact, both of them are not good. Both of them are actually dangerous. Because, like I mentioned at the beginning, say, kidney, Juma didn't say, right? Do you remember? Yes. So if you are drinking too much water, you are giving your kidney, you are making your blood have too much water in it, and so your kidney has to be filtering all that extra water. So how do you know you've drank enough water? Your urine should be about amber. I'll say yellow womb kakra. About yellowish in color, kakra, but not too deep and not clear. So, it keeps your urine at that color. Then you know that you are drinking enough water. That is how to know if you are drinking enough water. All right? And there's also there are some people who also urinate a lot. Even so, about every 30 minutes. That one is a disease. But It's a very rare disease. Don't worry. I don't think anyone here is like that. I know say diabetes now, but any diabetes na in him now. Diabetes for Nick has them back. Where you have a lot of you just saw a lot. You just want to me concentrate into me deep. Even though almost every 30 minutes, that one is something else. But under normal circumstances, which I believe all of us here have, if you see that you are not urinating enough, now deeper, that means you are drinking too little. If you are urinating almost every 30 minutes, every hour, and your Jones on plain, you will know yourself that you've drank a lot of water. All right, and so you keep it in the balance. Yes. All right. So basically, at the end of the day, what should your food look like? What should your food look like? Like I mentioned, most of our local foods are are whole grains. They are fermented, and they help our intestines and they help our kidneys as well. So as much as possible, let us enjoy our local foods, okay? And don't let the starch be too much. Eat a lot of vegetables as well. Vegetables, they are very good for your intestines as well, because they produce what you call fiber. That's a fiber there. Yes, when you have a lot of fiber in your meal, when you have a lot of fiber in your meal, it helps your intestines and helps. So in your typical day, like daddy's food, benku and okra stew, that is a powerful food. But it will not be powerful enough if the benku is the biggest part of your food. When you have a lot of okra and you enjoy a lot of okra with your foods, okra is a whole grain. It gives you a lot of vegetables. And then you have a good amount of whole grain starchy food like banku. Then you have about half palm size of chicken or meat. Then you add some fish to it, and you give yourself a very good health at the end of the day. So I'll wrap it up now. I'm taking care of my kidneys. And I pray that you also take care of your kidneys. You have time for questions. But take care of your kidneys, and your body will be very grateful that you did. Thank you very much.